Darren and Brendan, this is being called a comeback. There's Oscar buzz. I wonder how, if the two of you could talk a little bit about how you've managed to navigate this business for as long as you've been in it, which is such a roller coaster of you're up, you're down, you're in, you're out, that whole syndrome.
I'm just trying to stay in today. Thank you for the warm reception. I'm looking forward to how this film makes a deep impression on everyone as much as it has on me.
Hey, what's going on, everybody? Welcome back. So guys, I'm sure a lot of you have seen this very viral video that's been floating around and posted everywhere. A very emotionally overwhelmed Brendan Fraser crying, I'm certainly happy tears, as he receives a 6-minute standing ovation for his performance in the new movie The Whale, directed by Darren Aronofsky. We seem to be right now at the peak of this sort of reappreciation and what people are calling the Brenaissance. It's been happening over the past few years, but this sort of bubbling reappreciation for everything that is Brendan Fraser. Of course, his acting talents, but also he just seems to be a genuinely great guy, going viral in other instances for great interactions with fans, and him being silly with playing the Nintendo Switch thing that was really funny. He was just messing with a fan while doing these FaceTime interviews. He just seems like a great guy. This is a guy who's been through the ringer the past few decades, dealing with things that a lot of people probably didn't even know he was dealing with. He blew up in the early 90s when the prestige drama, people at Miramax were blowing up with films like The Piano. He was a part of that with these really kind of Oscar bait style roles like School Ties and With Honors and Gods and Monsters. And of course he went on to do cult films like Encino Man and Airheads, movies that I love, that I grew up with. He was a huge part of my childhood. But the role that really put him on the map is this huge, massive, like household name, The Mummy, and that whole franchise was also something that kind of played a large part in his demise and his sort of decline from Hollywood. He was horrifically injured while doing these movies, these mummy movies. He went through a decade of multiple spinal surgeries and grafts. He also had to have throat surgery to repair broken vocal cords. He went through a very tumultuous divorce that ended up costing him tens and tens of thousands of dollars every month. I think it was something like $1 million a year in this really nasty divorce that he went through. And then a few years after that, his mother died. And around the time that his mom died was kind of the first viral moment, the first interview that Brendan Fraser had done in years. And that interview kind of went viral for his very somber and sad demeanor. I guess this video that went viral, his mother had died just days before this interview. He finally started to creep back into acting roles with this show Trust, which was getting really good reviews, and then he goes viral for this sort of somber, sad interview. I remember seeing that interview and saying like, man, I hope that guy's all right. And then a couple years after that, he came out with sexual assault allegations against this bigwig in Hollywood, this Hollywood journalist, and I guess that caused him to be blacklisted for some time. But now it seems that he's coming full circle, and I was just inspired to make this video because I've just had dozens of conversations with people in my circle about Brendan Fraser, and you'd kind of be laughed at. You know, when I would say, 5, 6, 7 years ago, mark my words, the guy from Airheads, the guy from Encino Man, he will win an Oscar. I mean, just look at, the turns he started to make in the early 2000s movie Crash, The guy can act. He just needs the right roles. So in the past week or so, when that viral video started happening of the Oscar buzz and the standing ovation, it just made me very happy for an actor that I've long lauded as one of the most talented and one of the most sad cases of somebody just that could have just went in the where are they now type category. And I was always sad about that. Brendan Fraser seems like a great dude, and I'm really happy to see his career trajectory kind of turn around for him. I'm really happy. Me and my pals in the Rad Pack podcast that I do, we are going to be talking about Encino Man on our next episode that'll be airing tomorrow. So if you guys are Brendan Fraser heads and you want to talk about Encino Man with us, hop in the chat. We'll be doing that tomorrow night. But anyway, I just wanted to speak my 2 cents on this. I think Brendan Fraser is a great talent. I hope we see a lot more of him in the future. Maybe we'll get an Encino Man 2 or another Mummy movie. Who knows? But guys, I think we're done here. Leave your comments down below. Let me know your thoughts. Stay weird. Remember to always be yourself, and I will see you in the next one. Bye.
It's your cave nug. Oh, yeah, buddy, she is so greasy.